game I wanted to play.
Let's do it.
With you. We'll knock this out. I want to take a look back at some of the movies and directors from 10 years ago, 2014, the class of 2014. We'll get to Wingard and Barrett at the end, but I want to go through some of the movies that were released or at least in festivals this year.
All right.
And see whether we're going to say whether they've met, exceeded, or came in below expectations for us.
Oh, man.
And I think,
all right.
So we're going to start with a movie that you mentioned earlier, As Above, So Below, directed by John Eric Dowdle. He had directed Devil and Quarantine before. He's directed No Escape, which I think is like an Owen Wilson, Pierce Brosnan movie.
I've seen it.
Have you? Yes, and he's been directing a TV show called Joe Pickett, which I think is on like Paramount Plus. I think I've seen like advertisements for it.
So you're asking if this
gentleman, if this director has come in at your expectations since 2014, if your expectations after seeing As Above, So Below, and we'll get to more well-known people after, maybe like bigger names in the horror genre.
I would say he met my expectations.
I'm gonna go with you. It's not like I like that movie, but it's not like I saw it like this is the next voice.
Yeah, no, like he's doing solid work. I think that's one of the better found footage movies from that era of there was a lot. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he met. Yeah, I'm gonna go Matt. That Owen Wilson movie is actually pretty good.
Is it? Okay.
I liked it.
Okay.
It's mildly racist.
Honestly,
well, it is, but it's pretty like in its plot, but it's pretty good. Yeah.
I'm someone who thinks that Devil and Quarantine are pretty good. Pretty good.
I like Quarantine. Okay. Devil's not very good.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna defend it.
That's the elevator one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's not very good.
The Babadook came out this year. This is directed by Jennifer Kent.
Oh my gosh.
Since then, she has directed a movie called The Nightingale and an episode of Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosity on Netflix. So I'll take this one. I'll start this one. I'm going to say below because The Babadook was like a big thing, a big deal at the time. And you know what? I want to put this out there too. None of this may be the fault of the filmmakers we talk about, but she really hasn't done anything genre related. I'm going to go below, and that sounds a little mean, but
I'm going to go below as well. Yeah.
The Babadook feels
like a sensation.
What did you think of The Babadook?
I'm not a big fan, but
it feels though like
it was like a phenomenon,
and you felt like you were watching someone with a voice in horror absolutely. That was going to continue on, and it hasn't happened.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, kind of strange. I don't
know. Creep, we talked a little bit about, came out this year, directed by Patrick Bryce, who also directed Creep 2 and There's Someone Inside Your House, which was a Netflix slasher movie that I want to say I watched. I'm going to say he met expectations for me because this is about where I expected it. Creep's pretty good.
I mean, he made a sequel to Creep that I liked less than the first one, so that's Matt. Yeah, we're going to go Matt. Yeah. There's Someone Inside Your House. Gosh.
Did you see that one? I feel like if you bring this up and you look at it, I'm going to look at this right now, actually.
Yeah.
We're going to Google There's Someone Inside Your House.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a...
Is that what it's called?
House. This was like a slasher movie, right?
There's Someone Inside Your House.
My computer's...
I have seen this. I liked it.
This is... Yeah. This is kind of like a teen slasher movie,
it's
right?
very much like a throwback. Yeah. We're going to go Matt.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going Matt on this one, too.
Yep.
All right, this is fun here. Clown, which is a movie directed by John Watts. John Watts has gone on to direct the 3 Cop Car and the 3 MCU Spider-Man movies. Tom Holland Spider-Man movies.
Right.
I don't know how...
We talked about Cop Car on the Midwest Film Nerds podcast.
We did. Too. So maybe we'll use Cop Car because I have not seen Clown.
Just so you know. A Clown, yeah.
But I don't know how you can look at Clown and not go, John Watts has exceeded every expectation that I had.
Yeah.
Because not like he's a great filmmaker.
You cannot like the Spider-Man movies like at all. Like,
right.
And I like all 3 of them for different reasons, but none of them touch whatever. It doesn't matter. I like all 3 for various reasons, but he's exceeded. Like
you can't Cop Car is a movie that I actually kind of liked.
I still don't get though.
Oh no,
how he went from cop car to
this gentleman. John Watts has directed 3 of the biggest movies of all time.
It's insane.
like that last one is like legitimately like a huge movie directed by John Watts.
Yeah, it's nuts. He almost had the Fantastic Four gig.
Yes, he had it for a bit, didn't he? He fell off.
Do they have a director for that? Is it weird to you that they have like a cast like picture essentially in costume with no director?
Do they not have a director?
Don't think so.
No, it's not weird. No.
It's pretty standard.
It's pretty. I mean, in this day and age, no. I mean, half of those movies are directed by Kevin Feige. I mean, come on.
That's true.
Devil's Due came out in 2014.
Yeah.
But do you know who directed that movie?
Who?
Radio Silence.
Oh my God.
This is another one.
Are you serious? Are you serious? There's no way.
So Devil's Due is a
movie.
movie.
They did not direct that movie. That movie is. Remember how I mentioned As Above, So Below is a pretty solid.
Tyler Gillette and Matt.
Oh my God!
So Devil's Due is a bad film.
It's awful. It's embarrassingly bad.
This is the Zach Gilford, the dude from Friday Night Lights, QB1.
Holy smokes!
It is a terrible movie. These guys have gone on to direct like some movies that I really like, that I kind of love.
Yeah, Ready or Not's amazing.
Yeah.
I like both
Scream movies,
5 and 6.
Yes,
yeah. And I really want to see Abigail. They directed that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I really want to see Abigail. By the way, do you want to go see In a Violent Nature?
Yeah, if it comes
Off a Violent Nature.
Yeah, if it.
All right.
Yeah, if it comes out, I think it'll play the MJR. Hit me up on can you do a Tuesday night show for like $5? Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll make it happen.
Okay.
Because I want to see it like in the theater. I think.
Yeah, me too. It looks interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Sorry. Exceeded. No question. I mean,
right?
Beyond. That movie is
because if I would like transporting back, if I was sitting there going like, these directors need to be put in director jail immediately.
So bad. That one, I think of. What is the alien abduction one? That's found footage that ends like that's one. I think Mila Jovovich is in it. I think. Do you know what I'm talking about right now?
Google that one.
I'm gonna look it up. But
which one ends? Is Devil's Due? Devil's Due is not the
go
one.
Go to this website.
Is Devil's Due the go to this website one?
100%.
Okay, so I'm going.
I think right.
Looking back on their career now, and like that, like I do feel like maybe there was some interference on that one.
I'm sure there was, but it's still
a bad movie. Like
piece of crap.
Like you said, I would like watching that movie. I would not have gone like these guys are going to make some of my favorite modern like mainstream horror movies.
The Fourth Kind. Oh my God.
Who directed that bad boy?
Let's see. The Fourth. I'll look it up.
All right, so the next one I have here is It Follows came out this year. That is directed by David Robert Mitchell, who since then has directed Under the Silver Lake in 2018 and nothing since. He is directing They Follow, or he's in pre-production on They Follow, the sequel to It Follows. And you know what? I think, do you like It Follows?
I think it's great.
Me too. I think it's great too. I am going to say he is below expectations for me.
Agreed.
Because I was really expecting big things from him. And
agreed.
Maybe this is beyond his control too. I don't know. But since then, we're 10 years on now, and I would have liked to have seen more output from him.
Yep. By the way, the director of The Fourth Kind has done a bunch of TV. He actually has done 14 episodes of Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, very good for him.
And, yeah.
What's his name?
I am not going to try to pronounce it.
Fair enough. I've probably seen it in the credits, and I go, I can't pronounce that name.
Yep. Yes, Below. It's weird to me that, like, he wasn't able to capitalize on It Follows, because that was another one. It was like a phenomenon. Like, it was like a big deal. And then he did the Under the Silver Lake or whatever, and then now he's got to kind of go back to the well already, which is weird. I don't know.
And it's weird because the Babadook and It Follows are very similar, and there are similar kind of releases where they caught on with an audience.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe just like I don't know.
Both filmmakers have kind of flailed a little bit.
It's like, nah, I don't need to make any more money. Right. Until they're like, I'll make another movie. Yeah.
A couple more here.
Yeah.
Oculus, which is a Mike Flanagan movie.
Oh, Exceeds.
Exceeds, right?
Sorry.
That's Oculus is a good little movie.
I have never seen Oculus still.
Like I said, I'm a weirdo. I really like Mike Flanagan's movies. And the TV sometimes leaves me cold. But
What have you watched of his TV though?
The first Netflix show he did.
The Hill House?
Hill House, which I liked.
Okay.
Actually, I think I really liked Hill House. The one that Midnight Mass is the one that just it worked-ish for me, but I didn't connect with it like a lot of people did. That was the one where I'm like, hey, Mike Flanagan, like, can you write a novel, please? Because
yeah.
I'm like, I don't need to.
Did you watch Bly Manor? That second.
I fell off of that one. That's kind of where I went.
I did not like Bly Manor as like that's the weakest one for me personally.
His TV stuff drags for me. His Netflix stuff really drags for me.
Yeah. Fair.
But I'm with you. I don't like even
exceeds
expectations. Like he's one of the bigger, more reliable names in horror.
He didn't he just get attached to something
Exorcist, the new Exorcist movie. We talked a little bit about that kind of thing earlier. We're like, you gotta make that IP money.
I know. I haven't seen the other one.
The David Gordon Green one.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Yeah, they're basically ignoring that moving forward. With the thing is, I think Flanagan's a really good choice.
If Flanagan gets like carte blanche and just gets to do whatever he wants to do,
yeah, I think it'll be interesting.
Ignore the David Gordon Green thing. Yeah, I think we'll be all right.
The David Gordon Green thing is a bummer because I feel like I do feel like some of it was, I don't want to say beyond its control, but I think the reaction to his second two Halloween movies kind of affected what he did with that movie. I don't feel like he goes full bore. It's not as weird as those two Halloween movies he made.
They are weird.
They are weird.
Can you believe how that fucking series of David Gordon Green movies went?
Crazy. It's crazy. You like it.
Would you ever have expected that was the like after like the build up to Halloween 2018? 18? Yeah. Like in this whole like we're going back to basics and stuff. And for the most part they do. For the most part. Would you ever have expected Kills after that? No.
No, but Kills is like one of my favorite movies in the series.
It's incredible. It's incredible. It's so anyway, sorry.
Two more and then we'll finally get to Wingard and Barrett. Starry Eyes. We talked a little bit about Starry Eyes. Those filmmakers, Kolsch and Widmeyer, they made Pet Sematary. They had a segment in a anthology movie called Holidays that I've seen, and they did 3 episodes of the Scream TV series. So they did that Pet Sematary remake. I'm going below.
I'll go below as well.
This is teetering on below and Met, just because I don't know what my expectations would have been. I loved Starry Eyes. I'm going below because I don't really like that Pet Sematary remake much.
No, I think it had a tough hill to climb for me as soon as they're pretty upfront about like changing kind of the basic plot. Not the plot, but like it's the kid thing. They changed the kid thing. And when I heard that, I was like, nope, it's not the same. It's just not. I will say they kind of stick the landing, though. Like, the ending of that movie is pretty good. Like, even though I don't love the journey to get there a ton, like, them ending with remember the doors unlocking and the.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good ending.
We talked about this recently, didn't we? On the show?
Because we talked about the Bloodlines.
Yeah.
It's called. Yeah. That kind of trashy DTV movie.
That's so bad. Duchovny, baby.
Yes.
He's so sleepy in that movie.
Duchovny, he's even sleepy in roles when I like him in it, but he's like super sleepy in that one.
Yeah. Anyway, so below. Yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows came out this year. Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement directed this. Now, I had liked Flight of the Conchords before this. Taika. This is a weird one. I'm just gonna go Met, and I like a lot of the stuff.
I'll go Met as well because like he's exactly the kind of director coming out of that movie, like the buzz behind him that I would expect Marvel to like throw.
That's a good point.
Project. So yes, Met. And because he's made 2, and one I loved. And the other one I was kind of like on. I'll go Met.
I'm gonna go.
If they had both been, I think, like
Yeah.
I go exceed, but yeah.
He's also made one of my, well, he didn't make it. He produced, I should say, one of my favorite TV shows too. Well, What We Did in the Shed, but also Reservation Dogs is a show that I really, really love.
I do want to watch that too.
Yeah. I think that we both agree. I think the TV show has kind of beat this movie too.
It has.
What has Jermaine done since?
Jermaine?
Yeah.
He's been on the show once or twice.
Yeah, and I think he plays a. I don't know what he's directed though since. Do I want to waste time looking it up? Let's see.
Jermaine Clement?
Jermaine Clement. Oh, we got some time here. He has. No, they don't really have it broken.
It's Jermaine. I thought it was Jermaine. Jermaine.
Jermaine?
Yeah.
I thought it was
There's no R.
There's no R?
No, it's Jermaine.
Jermaine, you're right.
Wow.
Co-director. I'm just trying to see if he directed anything. Since
my mind is blown.
No, he's acted a lot. I don't really see much as far as directing. Okay. I think he plays a role in the creative side of the TV show, so I'm gonna say Matt. All right, and then
Matt's good. Yep.
Wingard and Barrett. Barrett has not done a ton since. I'm gonna look up his filmography too while we're talking about him, because he's worked on the VHS movies. But as far as directing, let's see. Directed a segment. He directed a movie called Seance a couple years ago that I saw and was not very good. And that's it.
So,
and then a couple of segments on VHS. Wingard, though, I think is the one to talk about.
Barrett, I didn't have a ton of, like, as a writer, yes.
Yeah.
Like, I
that's the thing is,
as a director, I'm like,
he was the writer.
I guess Matt. I don't really have a lot of Wingard.
Wingard, we should talk about. He's the director.
That's tough because, like, when I look at Wingard's first, like, when I look at Your Next and I look at The Guest, I go, another guy who I could see, like, a big studio or, like, a Marvel or that kind of thing going.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened for him with the Kong movies. I'm going to go exceeded.
Okay.
Light exceeded. Because, like, he's so good that I'm like, yeah, I expected him to get gobbled up. I do feel like his voice has lost a tiny bit in the Kong stuff.
Big movies, yeah.
So I'm going to go a light to medium exceeded.
I'm going Met because it does not surprise me. He's kind of made a couple of bigger.
It's not a shock. Yeah.
Movies. It's not a shock because I think you see that in these two movies. You see that kind of mainstream chops. And I think Blair Witch actually has that too. I think we are. I've been like there's a lot of independent found footage movies out right now, and I think we are very close to seeing a kind of that getting like hot again, like found footage style stuff. So because we talked about nostalgia, we're getting to that point where we're like, hey, you guys know some of this stuff was not very good, right?